Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading all on Prince Andrew. I'm really picking up a strong Prince Albert energy coming off of Prince Andrew. And actually, in my last reading, I accidentally called him Prince Albert a couple of times. And when I do that, that means I'm picking up some kind of energy from that person. So I'm wondering if Prince Andrew is a reincarnation of Prince Albert. So this whole reading is going to be on Prince Andrew. I'm going to do his past, present, and future. And what I'm going to do for his past and his present, I'm going to go with the Aquarian tarot. I know Prince Andrew is on the cusp between Aquarius and Pisces, and I really pick up more Aquarian energy from him. I've got a lot of Aquarians in my life, and I'm an Aquarian rising, and I can spot an Aquarian a mile away, and he to me is more Aquarian than he is Piscean. Whereas Prince Edward is a cusp between Pisces and Aries, and I feel Prince Edward is more Piscean. Also, to do his future, I'm going to do a future reading using a Lenormand. I'll be using the lustrous Lenormand deck. So without further ado, let's get started. Is Prince Andrew a reincarnation of Prince Albert? That would be Prince Albert, Queen Victoria's husband. Is Prince Andrew, because I know there is other Prince Alberts out there, so I'm specifying, is Prince Andrew a reincarnation of Prince Albert? Is Prince Andrew a reincarnation of Prince Albert? We're going to go deep, deep into the past here. Is Prince Andrew a reincarnation of Prince Albert? Is Prince Andrew a reincarnation of Prince Albert? Cards are ready. Good strong cut. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. So right off the hop, we have a queen involved. But of course, this could be his mother or Queen Victoria. Keep reading. The Tower. Well, you know, his death did just almost destroy Queen Victoria. She was never really the same after that. She remained a widow for the rest of her life. It did turn her life upside down when he died. Page of Pentacles. Let's see, what is that? So that is kind of bad news, news that's not correct. Oh, Eight of Rods. So this is news that is landing. Action. Look at that on the Tower. Oh, the Devil in reverse. I think that right there tells me yes, because that means they're still tied together. Also, the Devil in reverse would be something that you can't shake. So is that a soul that, I'm not saying he's a devil, I'm saying, is that a soul you can't shake? So yes, Queen Victoria could not shake the love, the soul, the addiction of her beloved Prince Albert. I'm just wondering here, what I think this is just telling us the news was shocking. It was absolutely shocking that when the news came. And this is somebody delivering bad news. Let's continue reading. Six of Swords. Yeah, he moved on into the afterlife. This is actually Prince Albert's death. Moving on into the afterlife. If you see in this boat here, there's no, in all other decks, there's like a person with a baby or a child, usually a lady with a child. There's nothing here. So to me, this is his death. Shocking, and him moving on into the afterlife. King of Swords. Yes, absolutely, 100%. As I said, to me, Prince Andrew is an Aquarian, and this is the King of Swords, is the Aquarian energy. Yeah, this is telling me, yes, this is Andrew today. I know he's not a king, but he is a husband, he is an older man, and he is a sword, he is an air sign. Oh, the Star. Oh, and the clock is agreeing with me. Yes, the star is the hopes and reincarnation. The star is also, I'll let that finish. The star is also the Aquarian energy in the deck. The star, the major arcana that represents Aquarius is the star. So we've got two here showing a heavy Aquarian energy. And I think I've hit on it. Six of Cups, yes, 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 yes. The past, ancestry being passed down. This is also the sibling card, I know, but it's also the past. And we've got moving on and Aquarian energy. I think I've hit it. The High Priestess, secrets, intuition on both Aquarius cards. It shows me my intuition about him, about his past is correct. Oh, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Somehow it was let go. You know what? I wonder if Prince Andrew feels it as well. And he's kind of let go of the idea that he wasn't. Right? Because if this was upright, it's like hanging on to something and being a bit greedy and being stingy. And this way, it's letting go and being open and just being open. So maybe he is open to the idea. Underlying Eight of Swords. No longer feeling like a victim. That's for sure. Stepping out. Maybe somehow he feels entangled by the history that is and his ancestry, but he no longer does. He no longer does. I find it interesting. Both Prince Albert and Prince Andrew, other than the name starting with A, they both would never be king, right? Because Prince Albert was like Prince Philip. He would never be called King Albert. So he would never be king. And Prince Andrew was the original spare in our current family. He was the original spare. So maybe that now doesn't bother him as much. He's let go of that entanglement. He's feeling freer than he ever has. He's feeling freer than he ever has. And I think in this lifetime, he's going to shake that persona. Something's going to happen that's going to shake his persona. I think so. I think somehow something has to change. But yes, absolutely. This is entanglement and being tied to an idea, being tied to just not even being able to let go. And I would think that Queen Victoria could not let go. Also interesting, I did a reading, was Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip at the coronation. And under Queen Elizabeth, we got the devil. And that does not mean she's bad. It does not mean she's bad. How I explained it was she's still tied to the earth. So this is a big thing. When a lot of people are mourning your loss, it's very difficult for you to move to the next stage. So when you have the whole country and possibly lots of people around the world mourning your loss, you aren't letting them go. You aren't letting them go to the next stage. And I'm sure that's what happened to Diana. I'm sure it took her a couple of years before people finally let the idea percolate and let her go and realize she's dead. And that's what bothers me so much about Harry keeps dragging her back, and you have to be at peace with someone's death. And that's what I was mentioning. When the devil is with the queen, it's not that she is the devil, it's that people are hanging on to her and not allowing her to move forward into her next stage of evolution. So therefore, it was impossible for her to attend the coronation on behalf of Charles. It was still too close, but she was there for Prince Andrew. So why was Prince Andrew her so-called favorite son? Was she picking up on long-lost love? not in a weird way. I'm not getting weird about this, about that deep love, so that when she birthed this little boy, did she see the love that she had for Albert? And that's why she was so endeared with Andrew, is because she was picking up on the past life of when it was her beloved Albert. And again, she's queen, just like Queen Victoria was queen. And here's this son, Andrew, who would never be king. If Andrew was born first, he would have been king, and it would have not been the same energy. So here's Queen Elizabeth, and here's the spare, the man who would never be king, comes in. And is that why he also has an A name? Because she was picking up on that energy unbeknownst to her. And this was another reason I thought, I wonder if Albert is Andrew's, if Andrew is reincarnated from Albert. So anyways, that's my story. I think in this lifetime, he is somehow going to break free of any kind of that karma. So let's see how he's going to break free from this karma that he has with between him and everything. He's got 4 things he has to learn this lifetime, and he's starting to learn them. Believe it or not, even though with all his troubles, you don't learn if you have no troubles in life. You know, you don't grow emotionally, you don't grow as a person if you have a very smooth life. And I think sometimes that's what we kind of see with Charles a little bit. You know, sure, he went through the trials with Diana, but really that was like one thing in his whole life. After that, he got the love of his life. You know, he had his mom around, he had his family around, and then until Megan showed up. So he really hasn't had a whole bunch to deal with in his life, versus Andrew has had a lot to deal with in his life. Okay, so let's leave that there. So yes, he's going to break free of being a victim, and he's going to do it. He's going to break that karma in this lifetime. So I want to also talk about his current past. So that we went way past. Let's talk about his current past, meaning from adulthood on. What can you tell us, cards, about his current past that we may not know? We know what we've read in the papers. We know what the gossip says. We know what the courts have said. And I'd like to point out that the courts have never found him guilty. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying I'd like to point that out. And we don't know. We know there was a payout, but we don't know how much. So let's kind of just stick to the facts and make sure we're clear on what the facts are. So I want the cards to tell us what about his current past that we don't know. So don't tell us there was a payout. We know there was a payout. Don't tell us there was a court case. There was a court case. We know that. Tell us what we don't know about his current past. And let's, you know what, let's not make it adulthood, because we know he was married, we know he's divorced, and we know he had children. Let's make it, last 20 years? Last 10 years? Let's see, let's do the last 20 years. What can you tell us that we don't know about Prince Andrew's current past in the last 20 years? What can you tell us what we don't know about Prince Andrew's current past in the last 20 years? What can you tell us what we don't know? Cards are ready. Okay. Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. He's not very charitable. He's not a very giving person. He didn't give away that much of his money. Let's put it that way. 5 of Rods. Yeah, he actually fights and argues more. He's had more struggles than we know, because we asked, what don't we know? We know he's had struggles. He's had more struggles than what we're told. There's more going on behind the scenes, maybe within interfamily. Interesting, this is 5 of Rods, but there's 4 people here. So this is 4 siblings. Because he always struggled with his siblings. 5 of Swords. Wow. He feels like he's just never the winner. He's like, feels like it's just a constant battle, and he never really wins anything. And it's never a win-win situation. Look at the reversals. He's a man with a lot of difficulties that we aren't seeing. 5 of Pentacles, 555, right in a row. 5s are very difficult. They're very unstable energy. He was kicked out, wasn't he? And he also has money problems. We know that. We know that for a fact. Did he almost go bankrupt? Did he argue with his siblings for some money? And I think there was something, wasn't there? Because Charles got the whole inheritance. Wasn't there something that Prince Andrew was saying, come on, I need some money. Like, where's my share of my mom's will already? Because these are mirroring each other. He was kicked out, and he's out in the cold. 4 of Rods. He's had some celebrations in his life that cost him a lot of money. Are these his daughter's weddings that he didn't pony up to pay? Is this his mom's funeral? He didn't have to pay for anything. I think that was a state funeral anyways. I don't think the family, they might have contributed something, but he didn't. And that could have caused some problems too. Maybe he never contributes to anything like that. Might be a little bit cheap that way, and that creates a lot of problems for him. But it doesn't seem like he cares about it. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Here we go. Mom's showing up. Here's mom on the 4 kids. I think she was constantly defending him to the siblings. And that could be when in the previous reading here. But here's the Queen of Pentacles has shown up. And she tried to calm the family down. Oh, the Hierophant, the royal family. He fought with the crown the whole time. That's who he was fighting with. The crown and the rules. And, he did get in a bit of problems. Remember, he was dating kind of that porn star, Koo Stark or something like that before he met Sarah. Just his recent troubles. I think, this would be his mother and this would be the crown. And I think, she has her back to the crown. I wonder how many times she defended him from the firm. That's what his big thing was. I think he fought that as much as it shows like he wanted to wear his military and he wanted to wear his Superman cape and all of that. He fought with the crown and all their rules, and maybe he was upset that he couldn't marry that girl. She was a soft porn actress, I think, Koo Stark or something like that. See, that's how long I've been around. I remember that. The Chariot. He's trying to move on from being kicked out. Again, don't be surprised if he tries to come back, right? So this is movement. This is going from being kicked out to moving towards to coming back. I don't think this is moving on and out, right? I did the reading. He's not moving out of Royal Lodge. I think he's trying to come back into the royal family because he has no other way of making money. Who's going to hire him? I mean, what's he going to do? Start a membership for divorced men on the internet? Start a YouTube channel? I don't know. But what skills really does he have other than being in the military, being a helicopter? Is that even still viable, or does he have to get licensed all over again? Don't be surprised if he tries to make his way back into the royal family. Because this is also military, right? Or maybe wants to try and do something with the military. But I'm telling you right now, he's broke. He's broke. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. I think I told you his luck is going to change. His luck is going to change. Judgment. He knows he has no more second chances. He has no more second chances. When judgment is upright, you get a second chance. Somebody announces you get a second chance. when it's this way, he has no more chances. So he's going to try to come back into the royal family, but he won't. It maybe if he tried while his mom was alive, he might have had a shot, but I don't think he will. I honestly don't think he will. The judgment has been placed on him. Ace of Rods. This is the phallic symbol. We asked what his recent past was like. I think I'm just going to leave that there. I think sexual things have wrecked his life. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Sexual things have wrecked his life. And it's true. Like, you think about it. I don't know why I brought up that coup Stark. And now his recent problems, does he have a sex addiction? Because we asked the cards, please tell us something we don't know. It's interesting that they said, well, we don't know that he's trying to get back into the royal family, and it looks like he doesn't. They might give him a little bit of a chance here, because this is no more chances. So they could say, okay, you can come in, but you have 0 chances, right? One screw up and you're done. So that could be it, because we do have the Ace of Rods can sometimes be passionate starts. And he does have the Wheel of Fortune here. So I'm going to walk that back a bit. What's the underlying? King of Swords. Well, that's him. He's an Aquarian. And he is a king. I know he's a prince, but he would be represented by king just simply because of his age. Once you hit over 40, or if you've been married, you're no longer the knight. You graduate to the king. Or once you get, I'd say over 50. If you're single and over 50, you're the king. You're not the knight anymore. And he's divorced. He was married. And swords are air signs, which is Aquarian, which I explained. He has Aquarian energy. I think, and we asked the cards, what don't we know? I think he's actually asked to try to come back into the royal family. And I wonder if that's why he was wearing his Superman cape. Did Charles promise his mother that he would allow, yes, I just got it, that he would allow Prince Andrew just to put his big toe in every once in a while, but he has 0 chances. 0. One slip up, no matter how small, that he's done. He's done. But I will give him this chance because you've asked me to. Interesting. Charles didn't show up. Philip didn't show up. Mind you, this could be Philip too. He was a Gemini, so I take that back. But we are asking about Andrew, and his mom was so special to him. And if you go back to the last reading, now we know why. They had a special bond, and it's because of who they were in previous lives. And I think the cards are telling us that he had a bit of an addiction there. And it caused him a lot of problems in his life, didn't it? So maybe that's part that he has healing that. But yeah, he's a very stingy guy. He doesn't pay for anything. Trust me. Well, look at his mom was giving him $250,000 a year to pay the taxes and the upkeep on that house. Now he's whining about it. He's very frugal and very stingy. He is. Okay, so that's his past. Let's ask about his present. What can we expect for Prince Andrew in his present? What can we expect from Prince Andrew and his present? What's his present energy? What's his present energy? What's his present energy? What's Prince Andrew? What's his present energy? What is the present like for Prince Andrew? I did that question about the Royal Lodge. It'll be interesting to see if these cards confirm that. What's the present energy for Prince Andrew? Cards are ready. Okay. Oh, 2 of Rods. He is making plans. He's making plans, and he's looking at all his options. Remember I said, what's he going to do? Start a YouTube channel, start a membership for divorced men. I don't know, but he is making plans. So we're talking about his present energy. He's making plans. The Lovers. Oh, is he making plans to hook up with somebody again? Does he think that that's going to help his image if he has a partner? Two of swords. He's made up his mind, because two of swords this way is being stubborn, not wanting to look at the facts, not wanting to make a decision. When it's in reverse, you've looked at everything both ways now and you've made your decision. So he's made his decision about something. Knight of Pentacles. Remember I said he's not a knight, so this is about somebody else. Is this Harry? Does he want to partner up with Harry to do something? I think I've done a reading about that for just friends about, is Andrew and Harry going to partner up to bring Charles down? Because they're both, what they have in common is despair, right? Let's see, 6 of Cups. Yeah, he's definitely making plans with family. Absolutely, 100%. Making plans. And remember the previous reading, he fights a lot with his siblings, because this can also be the siblings card. It's also the past. It's also family. And we got the Knight of Pentacles here, which is Harry. He's an earth sign and he's still under 40. Andrew, a 7 of Rods. He's going the low ground. He's taking the low way out, because 7 of Rods, you're upright, you're on higher ground, you're defending yourself, you're winning. When it's in reverse, you don't even argue. It's somewhat secretive, but you're taking the low route. Andrew, Ace of Pentacles. It's something how to make money. I told you, he has no money. He's thinking of a way to get some money. And you know what? Who else is thinking of a way to get some money? The Devil on top of Harry. The Devil. Andrew. I saw in the last reading he's going to reinvent himself. I didn't think it'd be like this. And with the 7 of Rods in reverse, I do not like what they're doing at all. Something with money. They have a plan to get some money, and he's working together with Harry. Absolutely. Because Harry's looking always for money too, right? The Sun in reverse. Oh boy, Andrew. Didn't you learn your lesson about getting into trouble? Dark days ahead for him. 4 of Cups. Somebody's going to tell him, like, Andrew, please don't. Like, come on, there's another way. Here's another offer, and he's going to reject it. He might even be rejecting what Harry's trying to get him into. Maybe a little bit of apathetic and bored with that. I'm hoping he's kind of rejecting it. It just feels like he's rejecting it because it's on top of the Devil and Harry here. He might be going, yeah, that's a bit much. You know what? That's a bit much. I agree. We have to make some money here. I want to make some money too, but not like that. Oh, Temperance. I was right. I think he's going to do a blend of it. I think you're going to see a softer Andrew come out. Somebody with more balanced, more temper, or temperance, more forgiving. I don't think he's going to go for this, to tell you the truth. Not with this. If this card showed up upside down, I'd say, oh my God, Andrew, what are you doing? But in the other reading I showed you, he's coming out with something new, with a whole new Andrew. Maybe he is going to bring out a little bit more of his Piscean nature, more of a balanced, even temper, more agreeable kind of person. Don't be surprised if he uses something of his philosophy to make some money, because this is also the Sagittarian card, and Sagittarius has a lot to do with philosophy. And he might come out with a book, for example, about what happened and what he would have done different, and maybe teaching other people. Sometimes the best teacher is somebody who's been through hell and back. Let me get some. What's the underlying here? 10 of Swords. I'll tell you, he has hit rock bottom, and he is done being at rock bottom. It cannot get worse for him. Now the swords can fall out. He can dust himself off, shake himself up, heal, and start to move forward in his life. Absolutely. It will not get worse for him. It will only get better. He has to reject this suggestion over here by these players. And I think he is. When the Four of Cups landed on here, I felt a big sigh of relief that they're handing him like, come on, I got the golden chalice here. We're going to get rich. I don't think he's going to go for it. I hope he's not. I honestly don't think. I think he's learned his lessons. He's learned his lessons very well. Six of Swords. Yeah, he's not going to move forward with them. He's not going anywhere. He's going to stay in that lodge. Page of Rods. He might have he might be hearing some bad news soon. Page of Rods in reverse is somebody brings you bad news. I can't remember it. Oh, I said that's Eugenie, isn't it? Geez, I hope there's nothing wrong with her baby, because she's his daughter and she's Leo, and so Leo is a fire sign. This is a fire sign. I hope there's nothing wrong with her with the baby. Let's just put it that way. I'll leave that at that. Yeah, he's got a burden for the rest of his life. He's got a burden for the rest of his life. He'll carry this on his back for the rest of his life. But he's got a plan. He has been tempted by the South Park couple. For sure he has. And I think he's going to do the right thing. Eugenie might be the one who tells him not to, right? And Eugenie has a bit of a connection, I'm going to say. I don't know how deep that connection is or what's going on there. That's kind of a weird situation. Was Eugenie the go-between between Andrew and Harry? So it didn't look like they were hooking up, right? And I think that has almost fallen apart too. And I think Eugenie is going to tell him, please stay away. Please stay away. Do the right thing, Dad. It's time you did the right thing. That's what I'm hearing. So that's his present right now. He's being tempted. Absolutely, he's being tempted. But I honestly, what I'm getting, I'm so glad I saw that Temperance. He's gonna do something a lot more balanced, a lot more peaceful. He might even try and make amends with his family, and like I said, dip his toe into the royal life a little bit more. So now we're going to do a quick, what's his future look like? What does Prince Andrew's future look like? And this is where I bring in the Lenormand cards. Oh, this is a quick reading because futures can change. And generally, this is maybe up to the next year because we all have free will and things can change. So I just want to know, what's the future for Prince Andrew like? What's the future for Prince Andrew like, please? What's the future for Prince Andrew like? What's the future for Prince Andrew? The future for Prince Andrew, the year coming up. The year coming up. What's the year coming up like for Prince Andrew? What can we expect? Cards are ready. Okay. Oh, look at that upside. I don't read these in reverse. The Fish. This will be a year that he makes money. This is money at your own hand. The King of Diamonds. There we go. This is money at your own hand. This is money that you earn. This is wealth that you create. This isn't money that drops out of the sky. It's not a lottery. It's not money that's just handed to you. It's money that you earn. He is thinking about a job, or how can he create an income. The ship. His ship is coming in. His ship is definitely coming in. Something's coming in for him. Let's see, the book. He might be studying. Let's continue. The Anchor. Whatever he starts this year is going to last for him a very long time. The Bear. Yes, your efforts will bear fruit. Your efforts will bear fruit. Whatever he starts this year is going to last a very, very long time and be very lucrative for him. He might be teaching other people, or he might be learning a new skill that he carries into the future. Clover. It's going to be a very lucky year for him. Be a very lucky year for him. The Mice. It's going to bring in some money, but not as much as he thinks it's going to bring in. Oh, and the clock agrees with me. The clock agrees with me. The Tower. He's going to do something from the past. He's going to do something. He's going to bring in something from the past that he's done in the past. I remember did we get the Chariot? I can't remember. I wonder if he's going to bring back a skill that he had in the past, like helicopter pilot. That's a skill he has. You might have to study a little bit for it. What other skills? Maybe he is coming back a little bit into the royal family, and so therefore he's working for the money. It's not just given to him. Let's continue to read. The Stork. The Stork. Might have to move to have this money, but he said the card said he wasn't going anywhere. But maybe if he moves for money, then to make money, then he doesn't have egg on his face. And I just choked up there too. Letter. He has to sign some kind of contract. It's going to be very, very lucrative for him. His ship is coming in. He's going to sign a contract. It's going to be very good, very lucky. And that contract will last a long time, probably now until he retires. The ring, for sure. The letter and the ring is a contract. I think it's helicopter because these birds are flying and it's something from his past. This will be weird if this happens. The Rider, we're going to hear about it very soon. Let's see, what's the underlying? The Moon. Now the Moon is career. In the Lenormand, it's completely different than the tarot. So the Moon in this case is your career, it's honors, it's coming into a new cycle. Look, we got some planets here. I think he's coming into a whole new cycle. He's definitely going to find this next year, he's going to find a way to earn money. And I think his hand has been forced by Charles in that regard. It's not going to be as much money as he's used to. And it won't be as much money as he thinks he's going to make, right? We all have different perceptions about what's a lot of money, right? Some of us, if we made $100,000 a year, we would feel like rock star money. And some of us, if we made $100,000 a year, we'd feel like it's a step down. It's all perception. It's all where you are in your life. But he's definitely something lucky is going to happen to him. He might have to study a little bit. And that's why I'm wondering if it's his helicopter and he has to get a new license, because that would also be the contract, the letter with the ring. That's binding contract. That's coming very, very soon to him. Well, at least before the year is up. So, it might be later in the year, but definitely. This could even be because he had his military. He was in the Air Force, because it's something from the past to do with air. So it even could be maybe he teaches in the Air Force, right? But it's definitely something to do with air. It's going to be a long-term contract, and it's something he's done in the past. It's not a new skill. It's something he's done. And so this next year, he's going to be focusing on a career. And again, the royals, at a time when most people are retiring, they're just starting work. That seems to be their lot in life now. His efforts will bear fruit. He's going to hear some great news about work. And again, sometimes the mice is you find what you've lost. So maybe he's going to find how to earn money again. I wonder if it has something to do with Ireland. Wonder if they're going to ship him to Ireland. Interesting. I wonder if, it becomes a helicopter pilot in Ireland or something like that. But his ship is definitely coming in. And again, we have another notice that, it's something in the air, something flying. Will he be a pilot again or teach other people how to fly a helicopter or something like that? So that's his next year. And won't that be interesting to watch to see if this all comes true? He has a great year ahead, though. I'm telling you that. He has a great year ahead. He's not going anywhere. His anchor is there. And his anchor's on top, so it's holding all this stuff down. Wow. Well, there you go. There's your reading on Prince Andrew. Please don't ask me to read What he did with who, I won't, because I don't want to get a strike. Just please read into the cards what you want, what it was, his present reading. Please do not ask me if what he did was true or what he did with who or who he knew, because I won't read on it. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to share this one with somebody, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for your amazing comments. Thank you. Take good care and bye for now.